Hey everyone, my name is Chris Lambert. I co-host the Kanye West podcast, Watching the Throne, and today we're going to talk about Kanye and Justin Bieber hanging out and kind of the history of Kanye and Justin Bieber, just because some of you may not know that there is a history that stretches back nearly a decade at this point. So let's look at what happened today. You can see Team Kanye Daily always has the goods. Here's this picture of Kanye and Bieber that surfaced. They're just two cool guys wearing cool fucking clothes in some cool room. I just want to be there. You can see the bear on Bieber's shirt, which I don't know if that's coincidental or is kind of like a low-key acknowledgement of, college dropout, late registration, graduation. He's like, I'm going to see Kanye. Bear. So there's that picture, and then Ray Romulus, Kanye, and Justin Bieber. And now is where we find out that they're in Tokyo. And they were a day ahead of all of us. It was August 1st over there. So this is the picture of them still crouching. Crouch masters, one could say. I can't crouch that good. Like, look at Bieber crouch. Just perfect approach, landing, form. That's a pro croucher right there. And then Kanye just posing as Kanye does, wearing some Kanye slides, it looks like. Some tube socks. But having that, I'm ready for an art museum and I'm ready to go to the basketball court if need be look that Kanye's so good at. And then I like Michael here being like, what's going on? Like, could somebody just please inform us about what's going on? Because Team Kanye Daily knows all. They were able to answer. They were visiting TL Borderless. Let's follow Michael here. So what is TL Borderless? There's an answer. It is this. So it's this museum that you see, and shit's pretty crazy. They say that they're a digital art museum, which is something that I guess we'd expect from the cutting edgeness of Japan. And you can see that they say wander, explore, discover, but wonder works too. In one borderless world. It's a world of artworks without boundaries, a museum without a map created by art collective teamLab. It's a group of artworks that form one borderless world. Artworks move out of rooms, communicate with other works, influence, and sometimes intermingle. You get to watch art have sex. Like, this is art that fucks. So that's pretty impressive. Intermingle with each other with no boundaries. Beautiful. Beautiful. Immerse your body in borderless art, but don't fuck the art. Like, immerse your body in the art. Just don't actually have sex with the art. Is this video getting demonetized? To the person watching this for monetization, hey, it was a good joke, I thought. But you can see some of the just dynamic landscapes it's created here. And you may wonder why this appeals to Kanye. Kanye in 2018 really started getting into light and light therapy, especially in light of his mental health and finding ways to not rely on medication. And he's talked a little bit on the David Letterman interview about how light can affect how you're feeling and your energy, which is why he's been so big into the Terrell art and the Terrell craters and exhibitions that use light as kind of a central motif to carry a kind of not just carry, but to steep you in a certain mental and emotional place. So Kanye has been doing a similar thing with his home being all white to have kind of this calming attitude. We saw him start getting into color theory with chakras. Colors are kind of a big deal for him right now. So you can imagine him going through a place like this, especially with nature also being a big thing for him in this last year. And this blend of nature, art, and color to create this space that looks pretty incredible. Like, this bottom picture looks like the most unbelievable thing to ever experience. You're just in a net looking at these lights fire all around you. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this looks pretty awesome. I can understand why Kanye would want to go there, and why not go with Bieber. So speaking of Bieber, let's get into the history and kind of look at, over the years, a few of the times that the two have overlapped. So the first time musically, and I remember this and remember thinking like, what? Because 2010 for me, I was just out of college, And Bieber was still like a thing. Like, you listen to Bieber, and you're like, no, no, of course not, of course not, of course not. Now it's like, yeah, Bieber makes some catchy music. But at this time, it's 2010 Bieber, and Kanye puts him on a song. He took, I guess, sampled Bieber's song "Runaway Love," and put Bieber and Raekwon in one song, while also using Wu-Tang's "Wu-Tang Ain't Nothing to Fuck With" as part of the instrumental. So you have Kanye, Raekwon, and Bieber, like, with a Bieber song mixed with a Wu-Tang song, which is just incredible. Runaway Love is not widely available, as most of the Good Friday tracks aren't, but YouTube is a wonderful thing, and you can go to YouTube and search Runaway Love and listen to the song, which is pretty awesome. And also, if you type Good Fridays into DatPiff, you can still find the tracks there. So this was pretty interesting at the time. And Raekwon even said that it was a historical moment for hip-hop, just having that collision. And I think just goes to show, I'm just going to start praising Kanye, going down the path of like, look how ahead of his time he was, and look how he blends these two different... You all know. If you're watching this, you know. So then in 2012, it came out, Bieber teams up with Kanye West and Drake for new album Believe. So the Baby singer told Capital's Rich Clark that he was still recording the project, but that will come out in early 2012. I'm working with a lot of cool people. I'm working with Kanye. Kanye is very cool. Drake is going to work on the album with me. I just learned about picking the right songs and making sure that I create a sound that people aren't really used to hearing. It's a very Kanye thing to do. So it's new and fun and people enjoy it. I don't know why that got highlighted. So we have that, which is just like, oh shit, Kanye was supposed to be on that album. You may be thinking in this moment, did I miss Kanye's production on the Believe album? And the answer is no. As far as I know, no. You look down here and you can see that no Kanye listed at all, which is kind of a shame. So maybe Kanye helped in the background. Maybe Kanye gave some advice, but it doesn't seem like Kanye did anything that at least warranted credit on the project. But then we have in 2016, I think it was, March 13th, 2016, this article comes out. And this is when Kanye was in one of his most prominent times on Twitter, tweeting all the time in the lead up of the life of Pablo, in the aftermath of Pablo. And here you have Kanye saying, while Bieber's music was once, or no, what do you mean by Justin Bieber was my favorite song of 2015? So Kanye really approved of Bieber's music. And I think this would surprise a lot of us that with how artistically minded Kanye is with so much of his work, that a pop song by Bieber would be the thing that he's like, that was my favorite song. You maybe think like a Bjork song or something, or some classical music, like a Philip Glass joint would be the thing where he's just like, that was the song. But no, it's Biebs. And this article says that in 2015, West even assisted Bieber in producing the album. I've been in the studio with Kanye for the past month or so. He just pushes you, Bieber told Seacrest. So that's cool. And it would seem to go back to 2012 maybe with Believe, and see that Kanye at least goes into the studio with Bieber and recommends things, listens, critiques, and maybe that's all that he did rather than getting some credit. I like Sophia's comment here. He was hacked by North. And then here, last year in May, right after the TMZ fallout, where everybody was just really aggressive towards Kanye and not taking the time to really parse out what he said, but just jumping to the most one-dimensional interpretation of what he said on TMZ regarding slavery, and that 400 years of slavery sounds like a choice. And Bieber actually came out in support. He has offered his support to Kanye West, saying that we should love even if we don't agree. Where is this? Our job is to love, not to always agree. Yeah, okay, so they were really restating the obvious, but love you, Kanye, with some exclamation points. So Bieber showing the love in the midst of a lot of controversy when others weren't quite as vocal in continuing to support Kanye. And then we have this, which just happened a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, over a month ago. I don't even know what day it is. New Kanye West, Post Malone, and Justin Bieber collaboration, Jealous, surfaces online. So a lot of Kanye tracks have been leaking, and this is one that seemed to leak. And it had Kanye, Post Malone, and Bieber. We know that Kanye and Post have worked together before on Fade, it featured Kanye. And this would be a collaboration between the three of them, which I think a lot of people would enjoy. I didn't listen to the leaks. I'm still kind of like, leaks are leaks. They're not finished songs. I'll wait until the finished music. Though all day I did jam when that was just a leak, like all the time. But that's kind of the history of Kanye and Bieber up to this point. They've worked on some music together. Kanye's mentored Bieber a little bit. It seems like they're heading towards, at some point, some kind of collaboration musically that would maybe do justice to the hype of Runaway Love 9 years ago, almost a decade ago. But we'll have to wait a little bit longer to see. But that's that for this. We'll see maybe some more pictures emerge. Kanye's back in Tokyo for like the umpteenth time in the last year. He loves Japan, and it seems like he's been going, I don't know, maybe once a month over there to do things. So we'll see if there's anything more to that, or just him being a fan. But you can remember not one of the last times he was there, but in 2017, 2018, he went over there with Cudi to get the album art for Kids See Ghosts. So I'm just creating needless hype about maybe him going over there for album art again, but I just want Yandi. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to listen to the podcast or do anything or support us, there's stuff below. Easiest way is just to subscribe and like the video. Basic stuff, but it tells YouTube that people enjoy this content, so then they show it to more people. Yeah, talk to you soon. Stay wavy.